Hi friends, welcome to Exams Daily YouTube channel. Today in this video, I would like to share you about the current affairs of 13 November 2020. Before that, don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel and click the bell icon for more details. The first is about national affairs. And the first news is Central government launches new job scheme named Atmanirbhar Bharat Rozgar Yojana. Union Minister for Finance launched Atmanirbhar Bharat Rozgar Yojana to create new employment opportunities during post-COVID-19. This Yojana will benefit new employees of EPFO registered organizations and the new employees who had lost their jobs between March 1, 2020 and September 30, 2020 at the time of pandemic situation. The central government will give subsidy for 2 years for newly eligible employees engaged on or after October 1, 2020 under this scheme. The next is Union Cabinet approves Viability Gap Funding Scheme with a total cost of Rs 8,100 crore. Union Cabinet of India approved Viability Gap Funding, which is known as VGF scheme, envisaging a total outlay of Rs 8,400 crore. The main objective of this approval is to encourage investment in social as well as economic infrastructure projects. The CEA approved the continuation and revamping of the VGF scheme under the Public-Private Partnership, that is PPP, model till 2024 to 25. The next is Ministry of Information and Broadcasting to regulate all OTT platforms including Netflix. The central government has brought all OTT platforms such as Netflix, Amazon Prime Video, Hotstar and other under the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. As per the order issued by the government regulations also apply to news on social media platforms such as Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. According to the data, India had as many as 17 crore OTT platform users. And more about the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting is the Union Minister of this ministry is Prakash Javadekar. The next news is Operation Green Scheme. Central government announces 50% transportation subsidy. The Ministry of Food Processing Industries, which is a ministry of Government of India responsible for the formulation and administration of the rules, provided that a 50% transport subsidy is being provided to 41 notified fruits and vegetables from the Himalayan and northeastern states of India. Earlier, these notified fruits and vegetables were provided with rail subsidies under the Kishan Rail scheme. And the next is about economic affairs. The first news is Union Finance Minister announces Economic Stimulus Package 4.0. Union Finance Minister of India is Nirmala Sitharaman. She had announced the Economic Stimulus Package 4.0. Under this package, the minister made the following announcements. Rupees 6,000 crores for National Investment and Infrastructure Funds, Rupees 10,200 crores for Industrial Infrastructure, Green Energy and Defense Equipment, Rupees 3,000 crores for IDEA scheme. Rupees 65,000 crores was allocated for fertilizer subsidies and Rupees 6,940 crores scheme to promote manufacture of active pharmaceutical ingredients. In addition to these, boost employment, the center has launched the Atmanirbhar Bharat Rozgar Yojana for the creation of new employment opportunities. The next is about summits and conferences. The first news is Bank of America organized India Drivers of Change addressed by Union Minister Piyush Goyal. Bank of America organized a conference titled India Drivers of Change. Indian side was addressed by Commerce and Industry and Railways Minister Piyush Goyal. During this conference, the minister invited global investors to invest in India. He also highlighted the protection-linked incentives which approved by Union Cabinet earlier. This PLI scheme is worth up to Rs 2 lakh crore for 10 manufacturing sectors for next 5 years. The next is about BRICS Health Minister Conference held virtually through video conferencing. Union Minister for Health Affairs Dr. Harshvardhan attended the 10th BRICS Health Minister Conference virtually through online mode. 9th BRICS Health Ministers Conference was held in Curitiba, Brazil. The BRICS 2020 summit is scheduled to be held virtually due to COVID-19 on November 17, 2020. Russia will be the host of this 12th edition of this summit. The more about this BRICS is, the 5 countries which are placing in BRICS are Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa. The next is about awards. The first is popular author Ruskin Bond conferred with Tata Literature Lifetime Achievement Award 2020. Author Ruskin Bond won the prestigious award of Tata Literature Lifetime Achievement Award 2020 for his recognizing experience and a very long literary life of almost 70 years. He has been recognized by the Indian Council of Child Education for his contribution to the growth of children's literature in India. The next is about defense news. 5th Scorpene submarine vehicle launched by Indian Navy in Mumbai. Indian Navy launched 5th Scorpene class submarine vehicle at Mazagon Dock in South Mumbai. This submarine vehicle is a part of the 6 Cavalry class submarines being built in India. The submarines, which are designated by French Naval Defense Company (DCNS). The first vehicle, a submarine from Russia, was commissioned into the Indian Navy on December 3, 1973. The next is about defense news. 5th Scorpene submarine vehicle launched by Indian Navy in Mumbai. Indian Navy launched 5th Scorpene class submarine vehicle at Mazagon Dock in South Mumbai. This submarine vehicle is a part of 6 Cavalry class submarines being built in India. The submarines was designed by French Naval Defense Company (DCNS). The first vehicle, a submarine from Russia, was commissioned into the Indian Navy on December 3, 1973. And more about Indian Navy is, the present Deputy Chief of the Naval Staff (DCNS) is Vice Admiral M.S. Pawar, and the Chief of Naval Staff is Admiral Karambir Singh. And the next is about sports affairs. China's Chen Ming wins 24th ITTF Women's World Cup title. China's Chen Min has defeated Sun Yuzhou and won the ITTF Women's World Cup table tennis title which is held in China. The ITTF is the governing body for all national table tennis associations. The 2020 ITTF Women's World Cup was the 24th edition of the ITTF sanctioned event. And the next is about important days. World Kindness Day is celebrated on 13th November. Every year, World Kindness Day is celebrated on November 13. The day first is celebrated from 1998 to promote kindness all over the world. World Kindness Day is a global day that promotes the importance of being kind to each other, to yourself and to the world. The next is World Diabetes Day is observed on November 14. World Diabetes Day is observed globally on November 14 is to raise awareness of a condition that millions of people all around the world live with every day. This day was launched in 1991 by the International Diabetes Federation and the World Health Organization, WHO. The theme for this year is the Nurse and the Diabetes. And the next is 16th November, International Day for Tolerance. The International Day for Tolerance is celebrated yearly to generate public awareness of the dangers of intolerance. It is observed on 16th November. On 16th November 1995, the member states of UNESCO, which is specialized agencies of the United Nations aimed at promoting world peace and security, adopted the Declaration of Principles on Tolerance. The next is about National Press Day is celebrated on 16 November. National Press Day is celebrated in India on every year of 16th November. This day is celebrated every year to commemorate the establishment of the Press Council of India, which was formed in 1966. Press Council of India is a statutory organization in India formed in 1996 by its parliament. The day marks the presence and the free and responsible press. So that's all for this today's current affairs. And if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel and click the bell icon for more details. Thank you.